In this video, I'm going to be talking about my favourite oil painting materials whilst painting what I think is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sean and I have a passion for painting. So as mentioned, I'm going to be painting something really beautiful, which is going to be my daughter. And at the same time, I'm going to be talking about my favourite oil painting mediums, my oil painting materials. I'll leave all the links to the products in the description down below, so make sure you check them out. There's an oil painting medium that I've never used before, and I'm actually really embarrassed that I've never used it. It's weird, but yeah, keep watching the video and find out which one that will be. And I think we're ready. Let's do this. So the brushes I use are from Rosemary & Co. They're mainly ivory flats and they're available in many different sizes. I consider them to be the workhorse of my practice. I love how you can change the angle and get a variety of brush marks. I don't like to overblend everything in the painting. I like to play with soft edges and hard edges, and these flats help me with just that. They're very dense and hard wearing, which helps them maintain their shape after cleaning. Next up are Cradled panels. Now, I've mentioned these in some previous videos. These are without a doubt the best painting surface I've ever worked on. I'm working on one in this video, and for my style of painting, they're perfect. They have a very slick surface. So my advice for first-time users, use a lot of paint or add some medium to your paint mix. Otherwise the paint will kind of slip around a bit. They come prepared with gesso and extra titanium white and are available in a variety of sizes. I found that they don't suck up the paints. A lot of surfaces that I've used in the past kind of absorb all of the paints into the surface, which is really annoying. Plus you can hang them with just a nail on the wall or screw in fittings and wire and you're ready to go. Next we have MDF panels. They're 5mm thick and come in packs of 5 in a variety of sizes. These are great for quick oil painting sketches to final artworks. They don't warp, they're super light and sturdy, which makes shipping paintings a breeze. They're very affordable too. You'd have to add some sort of primer to these before you start painting, which brings me to Michael Hardin's non-absorbent acrylic primer. It does exactly what it says. I've worked on many surfaces, as I said, that tend to suck up the paint by using other gessos. But this primer doesn't do that at all. It does exactly what it says. As I said in the past, I've worked on many different surfaces that tend to suck up the paint, but this primer doesn't do that at all. All you need is 2 thin coats on the wood panels and you're good to go. This primer has been an asset in my painting practice. It comes in a variety of colours, but I use the white one. A cheap option and a great painting surface is this oil painting paper from Canson. Oil painting paper is so underrated. It's such a beautiful surface to work on. You can also make your own, which I've done in the past, and that works great too. You'll need a sheet of heavy-duty watercolour paper and some gesso. And you do 3 coats, sand lightly once each layer is dry, and you've got a great painting surface. Now when it comes to paints, I primarily use artist quality Winsor & Newton oil paints. I would advise anyone who's starting out to use an artist quality set due to the pigment loads in the paint, meaning that a little bit of paint really goes a long way. They are more expensive than a student set, but you'll get so much more for your money and you only need a few colours to start with. Now, where would I be without you guys? I use a few of these throughout a painting. I'll use one to mix up a batch of colours, and then I would use one to break up the painting and add some abstract elements and some thick juicy paints. Like how a sculpture would add clay to a statue. It's great for adding those final highlight areas within a painting, as opposed to using a paintbrush. You can just wipe it clean. I also use one to scrape the leftover paint from the palette. Talking about palettes, I decided to purchase this glass one. I spent a lot of time making my own using old picture frames, but I kept dropping and smashing them. This one is unbreakable. I chose the large option and the grey colour helps me judge my colours a bit better. It was a great purchase and it's easy to clean. It also has these grips behind so it stays in place. I've been experimenting with this recently and I kind of like it. I see a lot of artists that opt for solvent-free painting, and this always pops up. It's slightly more dense than other mediums, but it still gives the paint a nice flow, as well as a nice sheen, and it does speed up the drying time. Gamblin recommends using this with alla prima painting only, and that's okay because I mostly work in alla prima. However, I think it's best suited for small paintings. Within the same painting session, I use Gambling Safflower oil to keep my brushes clean. I also use this to clean the brushes after the painting session. Then I'll go on to use dish soap. I've been using Liquin for years and I love it. There is a slight toxicity, so it's best to work in a ventilated room. I will continue to use Liquin when I paint outside on small paintings. It's great for small to medium size alla prima paintings, and it's great when layering a painting, meaning that the paint dries really quickly. And if I choose to add another layer on top of the dry layer, I can do that usually within a couple of days. Yeah, that's it. Can you believe that this is the first time I've used linseed oil? Unbelievable. The oil painting masters will be really disappointed. But hey, now I'm quite a fast painter. I love being spontaneous in my works, and using quick dry mediums sometimes has the disadvantage of drying there and then on a painting, or it can tack up quite quickly, whereas linseed oil delayed the drying time within this painting session. It kept me really relaxed throughout the painting. I used it very sparingly and I found it to work well with my technique, especially with the cradled wood panel I'm working on. I also found it amazing to clean the brushes. It literally extracts the old oil paint from the brush. And when I came to add dish soap to the final clean, there was barely any paint left on the brush. You can be sure that I'll be adding this to my paint mix again, and I can't wait to do so with larger pieces. Talking about larger pieces, my catalyst wedge is used to create amazing textures and abstract elements on large backgrounds. Another useful tool is my roller. I'll use this towards the end of painting to break up the paints and add some interest. And finally we have Retouch varnish in a spray version. I usually wait a couple of weeks, but you can spray this once your painting is touch dry. It's simply a diluted varnish which will give the artwork some protection. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you found it useful. As I said, the products mentioned in this video will be linked down below in the description. And I'd love to know which oil painting materials you use, especially mediums that you use and why you use them. Let me know down in the comments below. And again, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you've switched on the notification bell to be notified for when I upload my next video. And I'll see you very soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.